this dinner. And to begin us, Your Excellency, celebrating KRA at 30, we have a short video, a 2-minute video, that just gives us an overview of KRA at 30. The video, please.
Every shilling you pay fuels possibility. The possibility of a farmer getting their harvest to market on time. Of industries growing stronger, creating jobs and driving innovation. And of trade flowing seamlessly across our borders, powering progress for all. This path to greater self-reliance began in 1995. When KRA was entrusted with overseeing Kenya's revenue in partnership with the National Treasury. The journey has been one of transformation, from handwritten receipts to intelligent digital systems like iTax, ICMS, and mobile payments, making compliance faster, smarter, and simpler for every Kenyan. And now, with Ushuru GPT, our first AI tax assistant, guidance is just a chat away in English or Swahili. Partnerships have been KRA's enduring commitment, working alongside citizens and stakeholders. KRA has grown with Kenya, adapting, innovating, empowering, and building with resilience. 30 years later, the impact of this commitment is visible in every county, every town, and every dream made possible. As we celebrate 30 years of the Kenya Revenue Authority, we are honoring the true architects of our nation's progress, you, our taxpayers and partners. This is our shared legacy. Asanteni sana.
A clap for KRA, please. Thank you. Your Excellency, to start us off with a few brief opening remarks, allow me to invite the Commissioner General, Humphrey Watanga, to make those remarks. We can give him a warm clap as he's coming. Karibu sana, Humphrey.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Dr. William Ruto. Your Excellency, the First Lady of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto. The Prime Cabinet Secretary, oh sorry, he's not here. The Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Economic Planning, Honorable FCPA John Buddy. The Principal Secretary, National Treasury, Dr. Chris Kipto. The Chairman of the Kenya Revenue Authority, Honorable Nderitu Muridhi. The Chair Budget Committee, Honorable Sam Atandi. The Chair Finance and Planning Committee, Honorable Kimani Kuria. Senate Majority Leader, Honorable Aaron Cheriot. Directors of the Kenya Revenue Board, Chief Executive Officers present, senior government officials present, esteemed taxpayers, my colleagues, the KRA staff, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Your Excellency, allow me to first recognize the men in the House and wish them a happy International Men's Day. As I recognize you and wish you a happy International Men's Day, I also want to convey a simple, clear, and humble message. Kulipa ushuru ni kujitegemea. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, today we gather here for the 20th edition of Taxpayers Day, a national tradition that honors the men and women who have faithfully complied and sustained this republic. This year's celebration carries even a deeper meaning as it marks 30 years since the establishment of the Kenya Revenue Authority. This has been 3 years, three decades of institutional growth, national service, and shared progress. From a modest administrative unit within the National Treasury, KRA has evolved into a central pillar of our country's economic sovereignty. This journey has been shaped by trust, strengthened by collaboration, and fueled by a collective conviction in Kenya's shared prosperity. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, in 1995, Kenya collected Kenya shillings 122 billion in revenue. Last year, we surpassed the 2.5 trillion Kenya shilling mark, a 20-fold leap that has financed our schools, hospitals, roads, security, and the daily functioning of our state. This milestone was achieved not only through structural reforms and stronger enforcement, but also through a deliberate shift, supporting taxpayers so that they can comply voluntarily, easily, and confidently. As we look ahead, sustaining this progress demands bold modernization. Our priority is clear: to accelerate KRA's digital transformation so that compliance becomes simpler, fairer, and accessible to every Kenyan. We are redesigning our services around the citizen, ensuring that registration, filing, payment, and support can be done conveniently, securely, and without unnecessary bureaucracy. Along this journey, we discovered an essential truth: technology succeeds only when it makes life easier for the taxpayer. And so, we have acted. Today, a Kenyan can file returns through a simple USSD code, no smartphone needed, and because millions of people and millions of our citizens rely on WhatsApp daily, we have taken our services to that platform as well. Our WhatsApp assistant, Shuru, or as my chairman affectionately calls her, Shiro, is now delivering nearly 30 instant services, offering seamless support from anywhere in the country. These innovations mean something profound. We are opening virtual KRA offices in every taxpayer's pocket. A citizen in Turkana, in Hola, in the hills of Tharaka-Nithi, at Raskamboni on the Somalia border, in Kiunga in Lamu, or Lwahaha in Bungoma, can now access KRA services without traveling, queuing, seeking intermediaries, or incurring additional cost. This is the Kenya we are building, one where distance is no barrier, time is no barrier, and service is available instantly, digitally, and free of charge. And I've come here with fellow Kenyans who are driving this change. These are my colleagues, the KRA staff, and I wish that they be upstanding so that they can be recognized. Thank you. You can sit. In restructuring KRA so that we are a modern, fit-for-purpose organization, we have also strengthened our support to micro, small, and to the entrepreneurs, to hustlers, and young business owners who power our economy. Our goal is simple: to ensure that taxation never stifles growth, but enables it. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, KRA remains fully aligned with your administration's transformation agenda. We will continue to expand our service footprint, deepen our integration across government systems, and uphold the highest standards of integrity, aware that public trust is our most valuable asset. As we mark 30 years, we reaffirm our commitment to building a tax system that supports enterprise, inspires confidence, and secures Kenya's prosperity for generations to come. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless the Republic of Kenya. Your Excellency, it's now my honor to invite the chairperson of the KRA Board of Directors, Honorable Nderitu Mureithi, to deliver his remarks. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Daktari William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency the First Lady, Mama Rachel Ruto, the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury, the Honorable FCPA John Buddy, chairs of parliamentary committees, the Honorable Kimani, the Honorable Sam Atandi, Majority Leader in the Senate, PS for the National Treasury, Daktari Chris Kiptor, directors of the board of KRA, diplomats, business leaders, captains of industry, officers of government, esteemed taxpayers, KRA staff, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. Your Excellency, allow me just to reinforce the point about Shuru. Because, Your Excellency, about 4 months ago, the Sitam Church at Nanyuki hosted a business breakfast. In what Pastor Macau said was going to be a modest breakfast, and about 150 business people from that region converged at breakfast and paid 2,000 shillings per person because they had invited me to come and talk to them about taxes. And Your Excellency, I did at the function show them this interface that we are using on WhatsApp, because many Kenyans are on WhatsApp. And the interface, Your Excellency, is Shuru. But as you can well imagine, given the locale of the breakfast, some people in the audience then said Shiru, and that is how the matter came about. Your Excellency, this year's celebration holds a double milestone for KRA. That is 30 years of KRA's existence and 20 years of the Taxpayers' Day. Your Excellency, our journey is a reflection of Kenya's evolution from the manual revenue processes to a modern digital service that anchors our nation's fiscal stability and supports its development goals. Your Excellency, I am here, of course, with the board, and if you allow, may I ask the members of the board of KRA to please be upstanding that we might appreciate you. Thank you. As a board, we take pride in steering KRA's reform agenda grounded in transparency, innovation, and good governance. Guided by our 9th corporate plan, we are overseeing KRA's strategic transition from an authority to a service. A transformation that reflects a deeper commitment to customer centricity, to accountability, and public trust. With this shift comes a renewed culture of service, partnership, and responsiveness to the needs of every taxpayer. Your Excellency, recognizing that trust is the real currency of tax administration, we remain unwavering in upholding the highest standards of corporate governance, ethical leadership, and data protection. Integrity will continue to be our anchor and the foundation upon which confidence in the tax system is built. We will achieve these through technology, as has been explained by our Commissioner General. To all our customers, we extend our deepest appreciation. As we celebrate you today, we reaffirm our pledge to continue building a tax administration that is trusted, transparent, and people-centered. One that makes it easier for every Kenyan to play their part in shaping our shared prosperity. Your Excellency, with these remarks, allow me now to invite the Cabinet Secretary to the Treasury, the Honorable John Badi. Karibu Waziri.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency, the First Lady, Mama Rachel Ruto, Principal Secretaries present here this evening, Kenya Revenue Authority, Board of Directors led by the Chairman, and of course the Commissioner General of KRA, other Chief Executive Officers, taxpayers, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Let me begin, Your Excellency, by expressing my sincere gratitude to you for finding time to preside over this year's Taxpayers' Day. This occasion provides us with an important opportunity to celebrate and honor the commitment, resilience, and patriotism of our taxpayers. At the heart of taxation lies a fundamental objective, which is to secure the sustainability of our nation's economic progress. Kenya's growth depends on the effective mobilization and responsible management of our resources. It is for this reason that we deeply appreciate our taxpayers for their invaluable contribution towards sustaining our development agenda and safeguarding the sovereignty of our nation. Your Excellency, taxation is the foundation upon which every prosperous nation is built. It enables the government to provide essential public goods such as healthcare, education, infrastructure, security, and social protection. The partnership between the government and taxpayers is therefore central to achieving inclusive economic growth and strengthening the resilience of our economy. I am pleased, Your Excellency, to report that our economy continues to demonstrate strong resilience despite global and regional challenges. Kenya's economy in the first quarter of this year grew by 4.9%, up from 4.7% last year. And in the second quarter, our economy grew at 5%. And we project that the full year growth will be well above 5%, around 5.1 to 5.2%, placing us among the stronger performers in the region. Macroeconomic fundamentals continue to improve. Inflation has remained well within the target range, holding steady at 4.6% at the end of October 2025, which was supported by a carefully calibrated monetary policy stance. Interest rates have eased, with Treasury bill rates declining significantly and lowering the government's domestic debt servicing costs. Today, Your Excellency, the 91-day Treasury bill is trading at 7.9%, down from around 15 to 16% a year ago. At the same time, commercial bank lending rates have also fallen, providing a welcome boost to private sector credit and domestic investment. It would interest the audience to note that early this year, actually credit to the private sector was contracting, growing at negative 3.3. It has picked up, Your Excellency. The latest data is that it is now at well over 5%. That is credit extension to the private sector. So our external sector position has also strengthened, supported by a stable exchange rate, stronger exports and services receipts, resilient diaspora remittances, and an increase in official foreign exchange reserves, which is now at about 5 months of import cover. Investor confidence has also improved as well, reflecting in the strong performance of the Nairobi Securities Exchange, where both NSE 20 share index and market capitalization have registered notable growth. Your Excellency, these positive outcomes reflect disciplined fiscal reforms and a deliberate effort to foster a vibrant private sector. The government's fiscal consolidation agenda continues to bear fruit, with the fiscal deficit projected to narrow further this financial year. In this pursuit, revenue collection remains a central priority. We are leveraging technology to modernize the taxation framework, seal revenue leakages, and enhance overall system efficiency. Innovation is essential for improving the fairness and effectiveness of our tax system and ensuring that we keep pace with the rapidly evolving economic environment. Technology will also help us broaden the tax base so that every Kenyan contributes their fair share of taxes. So when everyone pays something, no one feels punished. But when only a few pay taxes, even the compliant ones will start looking for exit. At the same time, the National Treasury has also embarked on comprehensive reforms under the National Tax Policy and Medium-Term Revenue Strategy. Our objective is to achieve a 20% revenue collection as a percentage of our GDP, which should be achieved in the medium term. Create a tax system that is simple, predictable, and fair. We are streamlining tax laws, harmonizing provisions, and removing unnecessary complexities that make compliance difficult for businesses and ordinary Kenyans. A simpler tax system enhances compliance, reduces disputes, and supports investment. We are also rationalizing tax expenditure to ensure that they deliver tangible value to the economy. Untargeted and unproductive incentives deny the country much-needed revenue while offering limited economic benefits. Our reforms, therefore, focus on transparency, targeting, and alignment with national development priorities to safeguard the tax base. Your Excellency, we recognize that taxpayers are partners in national development. The government, therefore, remains committed to ensuring that taxation is fair, predictable, and transparent. We will continue supporting reforms that improve the ease of doing businesses, simplify tax processes, resolve disputes efficiently, and provide clarity in the tax regime. A thriving private sector is central to job creation, economic transformation, and sustainable revenue growth. As a country, we are fortunate to have a constitutional framework that protects accountability, transparency, and responsive use of public resources. Our institutions have continued to strengthen the discipline of public finance, ensuring that government remains answerable to the people. Kenyans have consistently demonstrated resilience, honesty, and civic responsibility, and for this, we remain deeply grateful. And in the true spirit of Kenyan humor, we often say that in this country, politics may divide opinions, but good development unites all of us. When a new road is built or constructed, or a hostel is upgraded, nobody asks which side delivered it. We simply say, hii sasa ni maendeleo, yote ni yetu. That unity is exactly what tax compliance makes possible. Allow me once again to sincerely appreciate all compliant taxpayers for your consistency, dedication, and patriotism. Your commitment to meeting your tax obligations, even in challenging times, is what keeps our nation moving forward. You are the silent architects of our roads, our schools, our hostels, and our social programs. I also thank the Kenya Revenue Authority and all our partners for their tireless efforts in supporting compliance and strengthening our revenue system. Through shared responsibility, innovation, and integrity, we can continue to broaden our tax base, lighten the burden on every Kenyan, grow our economy, and secure a prosperous future for all Kenyans. Your Excellency, in conclusion, I want to just report that as you guided, I signed off an extra budget to the Kenya Revenue Authority of 19.7 billion shillings so that Kenya Revenue Authority could have the capacity and to make it more efficient to collect revenue. Therefore, Your Excellency, I think now Kenya Revenue Authority will not have any excuse for not meeting its targets. As we speak, Your Excellency, still, I am a bit worried that we haven't been able to meet our targets. And I know we are still reconciling the data, but it is hovering in the region of a deficit of 57 billion in 4 months. That is not so good. We expect Kenya Revenue Authority with this enhanced budget now to do much more. And of course, Commissioner General, Chairman, I have a date with you next week. It is now my pleasure, Your Excellency, to invite you to address the audience, and let us be upstanding as we receive Your Excellency the President. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please, let's take our seats. Esteemed taxpayers, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate you, the architects of our republic. We honor you and the millions of Kenyans whose diligence and patriotism build this nation shilling by shilling, day by day. Your contribution keeps our children in school, our hospitals open, our roads connected, and our institutions stable. You are the backbone of our republic. As the Kenya Revenue Authority marks 30 years of service, the last 3 decades tells a remarkable story of Kenya's transformation, a story of enterprise and resilience, of innovation and opportunity, and of a nation shaping its destiny through hard work and unity of purpose. In this journey, Kenya Revenue Authority has been both a driver and a mirror of our progress. From a modest revenue office, it has grown into a cornerstone of our economic sovereignty. In 1995, Kenya collected, as was said by the Commissioner General, 122 billion in revenue. This past year, we surpassed 2.57 trillion, a 21-fold increase that has built our schools and hospitals, powered our infrastructure, and strengthened our sovereignty. We are steadily on track to hit the 3 trillion mark this financial year. I think that is why you have a date with these guys next week. Just a year ago, at this very event, we launched KRA's 9th corporate plan alongside the government's enterprise API platform, now known nationwide as Gava Connect. Today, more than 1,000 Kenyan developers are actively building solutions on Gava Connect APIs, making Kenya one of the first countries on the continent to deploy a government-wide API ecosystem. By integrating KRA services into eCitizen, we have reduced compliance time for individuals and MSMEs by over 40%, freeing entrepreneurs to build businesses, create jobs, and grow our economy. This is more than technology. It is the transformation of a government that listens, responds, and serves. Kenya is also among the earliest countries in sub-Saharan Africa to begin integrating artificial intelligence-powered risk engines into tax compliance, placing us firmly at the frontier of modern public administration. By piloting these engines and re-engineering our processes, the Customs Department recently recorded its highest ever monthly customs revenue, reaching 85 billion last month. Domestic VAT collections have also strengthened, rising from 20 billion a month in the year 2021-2022 to 28 billion this year. These efforts affirm a shared conviction that technology is not merely a tool of efficiency, but the heartbeat of a government that is transparent, responsive, and accessible to every Kenyan. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya's economy continues to navigate global headwinds, including shifting trade patterns, fiscal constraints, and the impact of climate change. Yet we remain steadfast in our pursuit of inclusive and sustainable growth, as demonstrated by the 9.1% revenue increase in the second half of last fiscal year. Operate with transparency and integrity. This is why the government is implementing fiscal reforms to seal leakages, rationalize expenditure, and direct resources towards programs that deliver the highest social and economic returns. At the heart of these reforms is fairness in taxation and public spending. Nation building is a collective effort that calls for participation, contribution, and shared responsibility. Paying taxes is not merely a legal obligation. It is an act of patriotism and solidarity, a collective commitment to the Kenya we all aspire to build. As we advance our agenda of economic renewal, we remain committed to empowering micro, small, and medium enterprises, the informal sector, and above all, our youth, the heartbeat of our future. MSMEs now contribute 33% of Kenya's GDP and employs close to 15 million people, translating to 86% of our workforce. Yet they account for just 1% of tax revenue. This imbalance is not a burden. It is an opportunity, and we are seizing it. KRA has established the Micro Small Taxpayer Department, dedicated exclusively in the tax base and facilitating the onboarding of over 5 million more, delivering simpler processes, personalized support, and a fairer and more accessible tax experience. While 3 million Kenyans in the formal employment contribute 600 billion in taxes annually, the remaining 17 million registered taxpayers contribute only 17 billion. This new department will help expand our tax base, ensuring everyone shares the responsibility of nation building. Additionally, KRA has rolled out the electronic rental income tax system, which aims to collect Kenya shillings 80 billion annually, up from the current 14 billion. To further simplify compliance, KRA services are now available on WhatsApp and USSD, making it easier than ever for every Kenyan to fulfill their civic duty. Today, we recognize our top taxpayers. We celebrate the spirit of partnership that drives our nation forward. To every individual and institution represented here, I extend the government's deepest gratitude. Your compliance enables us meet national obligations and secure a better future for generations ahead. Let this day remind us that nation building depends on a simple partnership: citizens who contribute and institutions that serve with integrity. To KRA, keep pushing forward, innovate, simplify, build trust, and serve every taxpayer with efficiency and respect. We will back you with policies and resources needed to expand the tax base and strengthen voluntary compliance. Ladies and gentlemen, our success is measured not by revenue targets, but by transformed lives. Every shilling must create opportunity: a job for a young person, markets for a farmer, growth for a business, and better healthcare and education for every citizen. As we mark 30 years of KRA and 20 years of Taxpayers Day, let us commit to a Kenya where fairness, integrity, and responsibility define us, and where every contribution counts. Together, let us build a culture of integrity that strengthens our development and fuels our national confidence. A Kenya that works for all of us. Thank you very much for finding time to come to this evening's event. I know we will be recognizing large taxpayers, people who have done well in the tax-paying space, and at the same time, we will be looking at an opportunity to get more people into the tax bracket so that we can all contribute to building our nation. I am informed by the Kenya Revenue Authority that even the people who don't pay taxes, it is not their wish not to pay. It is just that we haven't provided the right systems for them to be able to pay. And I think that is what we are putting in place. And therefore, we are going to assist everybody to pay. And we are going to do it with a lot of respect. I think that is what we have agreed. The statement that has been made here is that while 3 million people contribute 600 billion, 17 million others contribute only 17 billion. And that is what we need to correct by assisting those others to be able to meet up their obligation. And let me also confirm that the KRA team has been phenomenal. They have really gone out of their way. They have our full support. It is the reason why we decided as government that we are going to fund the KRA much more robustly so that they can appropriate and execute their mandate accordingly. And as the good book says, to whom much is given, much is expected. So, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Commissioner General, and your teams, you know what that means. So I wish you well. Congratulations on all the good that you're doing. And we will continue to innovate the way we spend our taxes. We will continue to seal the loopholes and eliminate the leakages and innovate on how we can leverage on our taxes to achieve more with what the Kenyan people are paying. We will continue to do this with, and I